So I need to make sure we on before we start because last time we was going for a minute and we didn't do nothing.
Stream appears to be up.
All right, we up. So. All right, streaming live. What's good? What's good? Welcome to the Epic Entertainment Critics. I'm Antoine.
And I'm still James.
And we're going to bring you some epic discussion today. Now, the fans are split, man. The fans over the weekend, fans split. Mortal Kombat. Been hearing a lot about this Mortal Kombat. We're going to do our spoiler discussion on Mortal Kombat. And we're going to talk about some other stuff. We're going to do Invincible. And we're going to do a couple of trailer reactions.
Yep.
But before we do that, we got intro. We have returned. Mortal Kombat. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, do you remember the original commercial? I should have got that. You remember the original commercial for when it first hit the home console?
Not anymore.
You don't remember that?
Nah.
That's the best commercial ever. Where the little dude come outside, Mortal Kombat. He started screaming Mortal Kombat. And then everybody just dropped what they was doing, like Mortal Kombat. So everybody started running out in the street.
Hold up, yeah, yeah, I do remember.
And it was like a big old, it was like a big crowd of people just hollering Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
and that was that was when it first hit Sega Genesis.
No, yeah, I do remember that one.
Because I think it hit Genesis before it hit Nintendo.
It did, yeah.
So if you was a Genesis person, that was one up you had on Nintendo. Anyway, but. Yeah, so this movie is dear to a lot of people's heart. 95, it came out with the movie. Everybody really kind of loved it because they kind of had a lot of your characters. They had all your characters' traits. You know, most people look like the characters, and it was a good movie for what it was. You know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like if you take into account that Mortal Kombat was just aping off of a couple of really good action flicks that had already come out.
Yeah.
And
which we talked about that. Mortal Kombat was just a video game version of Bloodsport.
Yeah,
originally that was the original concept of it.
Yeah, you know, like if you wanted to make Bloodsport and Enter the Dragon the same movie without actually going into either one, you'd end up with Mortal Kombat.
Right. First game that I know that introduced fatalities. I don't think no other game had blood in them. Not that I knew of, but it was a couple games tried to do it after, and it was like some crap games. So anywho, so then we got into Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and after that they stopped.
Yeah, like there was what was it? It was a couple of digital releases. What was it? Mortal Kombat Legacy, I want to say.
Was that? Oh, that was like the web series, right?
Yeah.
Now I heard that was good. I never actually seen that. I heard that was pretty good.
Yeah, I saw part of it back when it came out, and then I couldn't find it. You know. Yeah. I guess it was like they were doing a weird they were releasing it on a certain cable network at the time.
You know what? I'm gonna go back and find that because this could have took notes if this was.
Yeah.
You know, it's just because I remember that getting a big reception. And so we've been waiting. You know, people was like, okay, they're going to do Mortal Kombat. It's going to get a budget, you know. And now we got the new 2021 Mortal Kombat, and it's starring Cole. What was Cole's last name? Cole Young.
I want to say.
Cole Young.
Yeah.
Y'all lost me right there. To talk about this movie, you got to talk about Cole Young. Now, you would say, oh, a new character. Cool. He's a badass. Nope. He's a B-tier MMA fighter that loses his fight. And when you watch it, it looks like, oh, I see he's losing on purpose because the owner probably wanted him to lose, but he actually really dope.
No.
He just wasn't good enough.
You know what? Matter of fact, and this is everyone that talks to him about the way he fights mentions it. He's not that good.
He's a B-level fighter. He was winning at first, though.
Right. So he's a fighter who's got potential, but he never mastered the basics. So once he stops winning a fight, he's never getting back on top.
I'm looking like, okay, if you win in a fight and you turn around and get beat, I'm supposed to follow you. Okay, work your way up, get better, and then no, you win in the fight and you can't even hold on to a lead.
Like they also never went into why he fell off. Like he used to be the best.
Yeah, did they ever say?
They never said why he fell off.
Or he just see. They didn't even mention like he could be scared of his own power because he hit somebody so hard he hurt them.
Yeah,
they never even said that.
Or like something happened that he couldn't explain, and this is the ability that allows.
So he's afraid of his own power.
Right.
That would make sense.
Yeah. No.
That's why he don't. That's why he lose because he think if he go all out he'll actually hurt somebody.
Nah, he's just busted. That's it. He's a has-been. That's his whole character is he's a has-been.
Okay, so this is spoiler discussion, man. And like I said, the fans were split on this, bro. The fans, I'm telling you. So I said, I was fair on my review. I gave it all right. I said, it was, and there's most people that can say it's entertaining. They can't say, oh, it was badass. Most people say it was entertaining. Like, no. How was it good? It entertained me. Yeah, okay. So the fans split. So I saw one of our friends, Wilbert, wrote on Facebook, I don't see what y'all talking about. This movie dope. So what you do? Why you shake your head?
Because one of our other mutual friends, Joe, he had told me about, yeah, man, Will said y'all don't know what you're talking about. Man, don't talk to me about what Will thinks. Because, like, he vacillates between being, like, laser accurate and being, like, completely in the wrong stadium.
He got his own thing. Will got his own way, but it's just when you got to be a 12-year-old to like this movie because I feel like you can't follow. It's so incoherent as a movie.
Yeah, and I feel like there's no middle ground on this. You either didn't enjoy it or you think it's the best thing ever.
Well, no, it is a middle ground because some people there are leaning to entertain me. That's what they leaning to. They know it's not good, but they know that they had some fun watching it, and they can't bring themselves to say it's crap. And the reason why that is, and people are scared to work. Not just that, people do not want to admit they was wrong. Everybody wanted this to be good.
Yeah,
I wanted it to be good, but I can admit when it's not good. But nobody want to admit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That they was.
And it's like
nobody want to admit they took an L.
And I think it may have been different for you. The moment I got worried was when we got 3 trailers in, and we were still looking at the same 2 fights. Like, this is Mortal Kombat. We've only seen 2 fights, and
one of them is a crappy MMA fighter.
And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, man, if this is Mortal Kombat, there's no combat.
So let's talk about all the characters, man. If we can try to go through all the characters. I'm gonna try to. If I don't forget. Did you have a favorite?
Hanzo Hisashi, Scorpion.
Just say Scorpion.
I'm used to calling him Hanzo at this point.
So anyway,
but Scorpion.
Okay, that's a good choice. That's a good choice.
It helps that he was my favorite character from the games.
Okay,
but also,
it was a lot of fans of Scorpion Sub-Zero back in the day.
Yeah, but also like he's one of 2 characters that gets to like just go in and play their character.
Yeah, that's true. Play the Scorpion, and he looked good. His outfit looked real good. It's actually all his scenes actually real good.
Yeah,
I get because the beginning scene. Well, we talked about the beginning scene actually started off good. Then they once they introduced Cole, it turned to like, what is this?
Yeah, it
turned into a straight to VOD cheap action movie, and that's where
it reminded. What was that movie called? Arena. It was
not even that good. It reminded me of Never Back Down 3.
It's not even. Oh damn!
But no, that's too much credit because Michael Jai White was in there. I got to go Never Back Down 1. It's more like Never. It was like this could have been Never Back Down 4 without Michael Jai White.
Look, I'm sorry if it seems like we just bagging on this movie, but like, understand the disappointment does factor into that. And also the fact that it doesn't make sense. It didn't have to happen this way.
Dude, so my favorite character, I say was Kano. And it's not because he was the best. He couldn't fight for nothing. He actually was just like I guess he was more like a brawler, but he wasn't even a good brawler.
Yeah.
He was getting his ass whooped, but he was funny.
Yeah,
he
he's
kept
hella
me
fun.
entertained.
He's extremely fun.
I got this scene right here, man. Where this scene cracked me up. You know what I'm saying? That saved it.
But you know what? It's like
Stuff like that saved it.
characters like Kano who are like just unapologetically in themselves. Like you can't ruin that character,
Right?
Because he don't give a shit no ways. You know. So like when he's doing his stuff, it's like no, this scene's about me. No, this scene's about what did I just tell you? You know that level of like just commitment to a bit. Even like I'll even say he wore on my nerves a little bit. But like at the end of the day, I'm so glad he was in this movie.
Yeah, that's what I said. Because he said it. Because Cole was too boring.
Yeah.
Like Cole was your
Audience avatar. That's
right.
it.
He was the audience avatar. He was one of the most boringest characters I've seen in a long time. Like nothing interesting about Cole.
True.
It's like he had a family, something to fight for. That's about it. And I mean that's kind of get the audience like, oh, we want Cole to win because he got a family.
Like, he doesn't do stuff.
Throw the uppercut, Dad.
Like, okay. Like Cole doesn't really do. He doesn't take actions in this film. The film happens around him.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I'm gonna give him one thing that he didn't ask for this. He didn't go around. He just kind of.
Yeah.
He got. You got the mark. Oh, really?
Like if he had ever said, "I'm the chosen one," out, I'm gone. Click.
Well, he was kind of the chosen one.
Yeah, but like the actual saying no, I gotta do this. I'm the chosen one. Bro, sit your ass down.
Okay, so we got Cole. Cole's B-level MMA fighter. Yeah. He was chosen. Because he's a descendant of
Scorpion.
Scorpion,
Yeah.
so that's why he's chosen. Jax, played by Mekhi Brooks.
Yeah.
Which he was one of the bright spots of the movie because he fit that character. Like I would say, okay, this is a good Jax.
Like, and I was expecting him not to work out.
Yeah,
I really
me too.
Was.
Because if you remember him from Supergirl, that character not Jax, but he is an actor.
Like that,
he can step up to whatever he's given.
That kept hitting me. Like I'm like, that's Jimmy Olsen, right? Like off of Supergirl. That's that.
Well,
same
I mean, he ain't that.
No, but I'm just.
Face.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Don't get him that twisted.
Excuse me. He's James Olsen. You're right. He's James Olsen. But it's like, it's still like I'm still like this is the same actor. I would never mistake these two characters for each other.
Right.
Even with him playing them both, I would never make that mistake.
So, talk about him. So he got the arms. We saw what's name took his arms off.
Yeah.
Sub-Zero. We saw that in the trailer, and then we was like, okay, how you gonna get the arms? I guess he's gonna get some cybernetic implants that the government been working on, some top secret. Why you close your eyes like, oh my God?
Because this is one of those things that really pissed me off in this film.
Man, hey, we can talk about it now because this is spoiler discussion.
Okay, so
we can talk about how Jax got his arms.
So he does get some implants. There's some really rudimentary, skeletal looking robotic arms.
So wait, how did they do that? First off, where the hell that shit come from?
Who knows? Like no one explained it.
And he just woke up and he could just use them.
Yeah,
they gave him some skeleton hands. Mechanical skeleton arms, right? Originally, that was too short, by the way.
Yeah,
looks weird. And then he kind of was like, oh, I don't know if I can fight with these. And then what?
So he gets these arms. They're more or less useless. But then, and this ties into something else that I don't like. He finds a way to activate his Arcana. Whatever the hell.
Right, explain that real quick.
So Arcana is a mystical energy source that only people who have the mark that says that they can enter Mortal Kombat have, and it gifts them with powers.
So right, this is how they get their powers in Mortal Kombat, and so since Jax got these arms, they gave him some little skeleton arms. He uses Arcana to make the big robot arms.
Yeah. And
which is never explained how that worked because everything else felt like some like fire, like an elemental thing. He made robot arms.
Everyone else's is like they manipulate energy for some kind of reason.
Yeah.
Like, he just like somehow turns these skeletal arms into like some big burly, the kind of arms we're used to seeing on Jax in the games, right?
Right, robot arms.
And like for one thing, that's not necessary.
It would have made more sense if his arms got knocked off and he came back with the robot arm. We didn't even have to see him get him. He could have he could have just showed up with him.
He could have showed up at the last minute to help out.
And then
where the hell you get those? Oh yeah, I stopped by a DARPA lab on my way through.
Right, or just we already know the military could have just gave him the arms. You know what I'm saying? I would have accepted that over what they gave us. Yeah. So that's Jax. The way he got the arms was stupid, but Mekhi Brooks did a great job playing Jax. And I'm gonna give him another thing too before I move on with him. He had one of the best fatalities.
Yeah,
because they did a couple fatalities. I don't know how many they did, but I'm gonna see if I can find that.
There was at least 2 of them.
Yeah,
no, there was at least 4 that I can think of.
Let's see,
because Kung Lao got one, Liu Kang got one. Jax got one and Kano got one.
Oh, Cole got one.
Oh, did it?
On Goro. A B-level MMA fighter. We'll talk about that. All right, so here. Let me make that bigger. So, yeah, so now he got the mechanical arms.
Dear God.
He going to hit him with... So, look, that's one of the best fatalities, though.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, some people like that Kung Lao one.
I mean, it's like
that's from the game.
That's from the games.
Yeah, that's from the game too.
Yeah, but like you can't beat that, man. Like, that's one hell of a thunderclap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that was my problem with Jax. Other than he was actually a good character, but they didn't use him enough.
Right.
They didn't explain his arms. They had a dumb explanation for his arms.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, and then that was that.
I don't like using this arcana stuff to explain why people have powers in the first place, because we're already dealing with a world that has magic and stuff. Just say people get power sometimes. All the Shaolin monks got theirs because they've trained for that. Some people are like Raiden's a god; he can do stuff. Shang Tsung's a wizard; that's his whole character. Mm-hmm. Why can Scorpion and Sub-Zero do the stuff they can? Because one's basically Ghost Rider and the other one's a ninja.
Okay, we can move on to Sonya. You did. How you like Sonya?
She all right.
She is. The actress didn't do bad. They didn't give her much to do.
No.
She was kind of like there. And then you think about it, everybody else was there because they had a reason. She didn't have no reason to be there.
She's just there.
And in the game, they gave her a reason to be there because Kano killed her partner and she was chasing Kano.
Yeah. Like that was
she was obsessed with trying to catch Kano.
The whole reason she got into the tournament was because, this should be fun. You can enter the tournament. I want to see what's going to happen.
She really had no reason to be there, and she didn't have no mark. And then so she had they tried to give her a beef with Kano, but she didn't really have a beef with Kano. Because even at the end when they was talking about separating and fighting different people, she said, "Let me fight Melina." Remember that?
Yeah.
So she she wasn't even thinking about Kano. You got to fight Kano. Oh, because the game says so, not because you got a real beef against Kano.
Like even when we meet Kano, she's apprehended him.
Right. But she had nothing personal against him.
No,
it's just
he just happens to be an international criminal.
Right. It was what she was working on, the case she was working on. But it's nothing personal. But originally, it's something personal because she killed her partner.
Also, can we mention how absurd it is that to mention ancient cultures speak of this mystical tournament? They call it Mortal Kombat with a K.
He spelled it wrong. Who didn't Kano point that out?
Yeah.
So look, this is how she beat Kano.
How does that feel? Feels fucking amazing.
So I don't like that though because I'm feeling like he ain't gonna come back for part 2. I guess not.
I mean, and this is the problem with Mortal Kombat. If you want people to come, if you want them to have Mortal Kombat like fights, then somebody can't make it to the sequel.
Okay. Right. But the original, it's just they just messed up the whole story by not. I just don't like the way they did that story because she's not important to me. Where she was more important on the first one to me.
Yeah.
So we got Liu Kang. As I told you, Liu Kang. I wanted them to do the original. I guess that's a little corny, but the
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes,
all right. The Bruce Lee homage. They could have got somebody a little closer to Bruce Lee. To me, this guy just didn't really favor Liu Kang. Just because he was Asian is not enough.
No.
Don't let them sell you that.
No. I feel you. Like, my thing is like because like the way they've adjusted his character through the games, he's closer.
They
to
downgrading him a lot.
He's
opposed
closer
to who
to
he
someone
was.
like I would have said someone like Kung Lei would have been a better fit. I don't know if you remember him. He's done a bunch of action flicks. He was in that Tekken movie they made a few years back as martial law.
Keep going. Because I haven't seen it. I remember it coming out. I refused to watch it.
I don't blame you. But yeah, like I couldn't tell you too much of the stuff he's been in, but like I know him on sight. But like he looks the way Liu Kang looks in the games, you know.
Well, that's what I was hoping for. But you know what? I'm not disappointed at the guy. He ain't bad. To me, he just seemed like a little dude that was just kind of like there. Like
I mean, yeah,
like
that's the way they used him.
I know, and I was like, I feel like Liu Kang should have been
way more important.
Yeah, because if you watch the original, Liu Kang was pretty much the main character.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you went from a main character to a side character.
Yeah.
For Cole.
Yeah.
Why is everybody scooting over for Cole?
Like,
why
Cole?
Cole?
If you're gonna make you've got an ensemble cast, you're gonna put this dude on a pedestal as your main character, and then he's the most boring character in the whole thing. His daughter's more.
So let's talk about his what they call it, Arcana.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Liu Kang Arcana. So he got his fireball, which that's his thing, his traditional fireball. I would like to see what was the flying kick? Was it just called
the bicycle kick?
No, the one from the original. It's just a straightforward kick. The first one, he just kicked you straight forward. It's just like he just propelled himself with a kick. The bicycle kick, he come at you with what he gonna do? He does in here. But you don't remember the original kick?
Nah.
I wish we was playing that right now. I'll hit your ass with that mug right now. It's just a flying kick. Just a flying kick. And it's just a flying straight kick. He propels himself and whoosh, so he does that in the fireball. So they kind of put his animality, but that was his finisher in the second one. But it wasn't made out of fire though.
No,
but this make him a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Nice little retcon for it.
I'm okay with it.
Right, because he got the dragon. In the original, he turns into a dragon and then eats you in half.
Yeah. Which
they don't really explain that. Then they start bringing out animalities. They like, oh yeah, that's just his animality. Oh, thanks for explaining that. But they have him use his fire and have his fire turn to a dragon, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
that's a retcon. Course.
So, like I mentioned to somebody else that one of my problems is like when you try to call stuff out, like if you're gonna put something in the movie that's from the games and then you had to like point out that you did the thing, that's going to take me out a little bit. And they get a pass because in the games the stuff does get called out.
It could get called out by somebody that's calling.
But
the
it's
fight.
an announcer calling it out in a tournament. There's no tournament here, so like. The way they do that here is like when Liu Kang's getting revenge for Cabal killing Kung Lao.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Yeah.
He didn't say nothing, though.
No, he said fatality for Kung Lao.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
Oh, so Kung Lao said something when he killed old girl, though. I thought he said that.
No, Kung Lao didn't say anything.
No, he said something. I got it, too. I'll show you.
You're going to have to show me.
Oh, he said, I think he said flawless victory.
You know what? You're right. You're right. He did say that.
But I couldn't remember.
He did say flawless victory. Yeah.
Okay. We'll get to Cole. It is like Hold on. Where the hell is that? Okay. I'm sorry. I thought I had that Kung Lao finisher.
It might be earlier in the video.
There it is. Well, we didn't get to Kung Lao yet, but let's just jump to Kung Lao. What you think of Kung Lao?
You mean Kung Lao, descendant of the great Kung Lao?
Yeah, that dude.
I mean, because even in the games,
Were you a Kung Lao fan?
No.
You had something against him? He was cool.
No, it's like just once
he was always cool with that hat though.
No, the hat was cool. Like gameplay wise, I got no problems with him.
The way he just kind of like tilted down.
Yeah, it's just like the way whenever they'd have him in cutscenes in the later games. He
See, I
me.
never got into the later games, so I don't. All my stuff going on just in nostalgia on
like,
the original characters.
There was always like this thing where he was like a little resentful of Liu Kang for being the champion of Earthrealm and all this other stuff.
See, I don't know shit about that.
Yeah,
so let's watch this Kung Lao finish.
Shot from now. I want that dude to use that as his headshot. Just him. Yeah!
You like that? She was so useless. What's her name?
Natara.
Yeah, she was useless and she was gone in 30 seconds.
Like she flew in for 5 seconds so Shang Tsung could like
give name drop her,
and
then they just had her just get cut in half.
Yeah.
So anyway, who else they got?
Let's see here. Raiden is in it.
Yeah, well, Raiden just talking.
He just talking.
He looks good though.
Yeah,
he looks dope. So let's talk about Cole. His Arcana, or what do they call it? Arcana. So we was wondering, they made this a big plot that Cole could never get his Arcana.
Yeah.
Kano got his. It was a laser. What's the name? Jax got his. He was his arms. Yep. But Cole just couldn't get his. Cole was so whack.
Yeah.
And he was like, go home, Cole. I can do it. Go home, Cole. So he just basically made like an armor.
Yep.
So what this means saying like he's for defense, not for attacking, maybe?
Well, so they tried to drop this a little bit, like whenever he's getting critiqued about the way he fights, he never defends.
Oh, they said that?
Yeah. His defense is shit. So like the dude that's like that's ribbing him before the fight. Like, you think you'll actually,
So that dude was on his head.
Yeah, like, hey, look, just
put him in Mortal Kombat.
Right. Like, it might help if you actually defend for once. Instead of just punching at him until he knocks your block off, try blocking some shots.
So Cole get his Arcana and make his. He got them, what they call them, little nightsticks?
Tonfas.
Yeah, he got some tonfas, I guess, and he fight with him or whatever, and
they just appear and disappear as needed, I guess.
I guess they part of the armor.
Yeah.
But he's fighting Goro, and then he
Yep.
Look, he tried to do? He tried to run away and then put his reflection.
Goro like, I ain't falling for that.
He put a mirror in front of the door like Goro's going to run into the mirror like, oh, I got you. Like, what? Are you stupid?
Oh, man.
But here's a little bit of Cole. Dude, look. They really just made.
They just wanted to prove that he was a worthwhile.
Well, I'm just saying, Goro just had 4 arms. He was so nothing special.
Like, and for those of you who aren't aware, Goro is pretty much the biggest.
Ain't lost a fight in 500 years.
Ain't lost a fight in 500 years. Until this one washed up MMA fighter got his literal plot armor. No one had ever defeated Goro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sonya got her Arcana because she killed Kano.
Yeah. But like again, this is what I don't like about this is like, so anyone can get superpowers if they kill somebody with the mark.
Well, you got to find it though. But
no, but I'm just saying it's like the whole point of these people being in Mortal Kombat, by and large, was you had to earn that. You had to get to the point where you were one of the most dangerous individuals on the planet.
Okay, well, she already dangerous, so let's look at it. So everybody know So that's a cool little shot.
Yeah.
So so far the fans that said it was good is winning, right? You ain't get win over?
No. because all this is hey, we did a thing that's from the game.
Yeah, and all this is out of context too, because on the whole, these are fun scenes, but on the whole, a movie, not so good.
Like one of the things that I didn't hear until just before the movie was about to come out was people finally started asking, "Hey, wait a minute, how is Melina in this and Katana's not?" It's like
they saving it. You know what? They save a lot for the next movie because they plus got like a 3-picture deal or something.
Yeah, but like I'm just saying,
which is more the reason where they could have just started with the original 7.
Yes,
and because you got more stuff, you didn't have to bring out all this right now.
And that's my problem with this is you could have started the plot, the overall plot already written, the characters you need for it already there. All right?
So in this plot, Shang Tsung is trying to kill the participants of the tournament before the tournament, so he can guarantee his victory.
And keep it. And I
did you have to do that when you got cold?
And I just want to put something. I just want to put into context. When the tournament actually starts, in order for the good guys, our folks, to win, they had to beat Sub-Zero and Goro. So
let that sink in.
I'm just saying, like, that's basically like saying, no, y'all can have your freedom if you go beat the Hulk. Go beat the Hulk and Thor, and then you can win. Then you can go home.
Yeah, dude, look.
Like, it's
dude, look. So everybody got their Al-Qaeda.
What's the tournament now? That's all I'm saying.
Well, the tournament it's gonna start from her. So now we got Sonya and they're gonna Johnny Cage probably. Let's talk about that very end. So they won. Everybody won their fights. I think they all did fatalities on them, didn't they?
Yeah.
So those won't be a threat. So now they're gonna go get some more members. They're gonna get
who?
They gave you the stinger, dude. What are you talking about? Who? So Cole is walking away. He said, "What you gonna do?" Now what? Who? Something like that.
Yeah, no. I get that Johnny Cage is gonna be in it, but what I'm saying is like, who does Shang Tsung?
But look, how did you like the way they did that?
I don't give a fuck. Listen, because one thing I don't believe
he walked by a movie poster that said Cage and Cage Rage in the Cage, some dumb name for a Johnny Cage movie that says starring Johnny Cage.
Yeah, I just, oh man, you know what? Like, because this is my problem. Is like, I don't want to see the version of Mortal Kombat that follows this. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna get it because it made enough money.
I know.
But see, the thing is, I would have been cool with just the original story told.
Yeah.
I know they feel like, well, it's already been told. Not really.
This is a thing, right? So every time somebody tries to reboot something, they always want to tell their story.
But look.
Just do the original better.
Look. Why not do it like Bloodsport? Have a fighting tournament, and at the end of the tournament, the top fighters get taken to Outworld for part 2.
Yeah.
A top tournament here.
Yeah.
And had an old Shang Tsung, but you don't know that he like a mystical dude or whatever. Yeah. And now you find out, oh, wow, this was way bigger than we thought, you know?
Yeah.
I'll be cool with that.
I'm for that.
But no.
That's not what we got, though.
Yeah, we got
somebody had a little bit of, you know what, someone wrote a Mortal Kombat fan fiction, and then somebody gave them some money, so they made a movie.
Somebody named Cole.
Yeah.
It's inserted, they said, Cole's got to be the main character. Why?
Okay.
Oh, I don't know.
Like, because like even like you were saying, like if all you need is someone who like needs to like earn some respect on their fighting abilities, you got Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
Just use Johnny Cage.
Well, they're gonna put him in part 2.
Look, but
he's gonna come in as the probably goofy and comic relief.
To say like we didn't want this to be a white
because Kano gone.
Yeah.
Well, see, Johnny Cage wasn't gonna be he wasn't. See,
no.
Liu Kang was the winner.
Yes.
And Liu Kang was and at the end of the game, they tell you Liu Kang won the tournament.
Yep.
So Liu Kang is your main character.
Yes. But they don't know nothing about that. The folks that made this didn't know nothing about that.
Mm-hmm.
They was all trying to make their own movie, and the studio said, "Hey, listen, so we've got a deal to make a Mortal Kombat movie, and we can't get it off the ground. So here's what's going to happen." Because they've been talking about a Mortal Kombat movie for ages.
Excuse me. Yeah, I know. But this is
they couldn't get a script written, or they couldn't get a director locked down.
End of the story. Spoiler discussion. End of the story. It was a real incoherent action movie that has some fun parts, that has some okay kills, but I didn't care for most of the characters.
Yeah.
And the characters I did like got real short screen time or got killed.
Listen.
So I was like, okay.
If you're jonesing for a Mortal Kombat movie, skip this one. Go watch what was it, 95?
No, yeah, that was the first
one. Yeah, the 95 Mortal Kombat, or the sequel to that one, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which we're going to we're gonna do a review. We're gonna do a review for that. Just to let y'all know what we talking about, we're gonna get a review on the books for that one. But
I had to do it.
Like this movie isn't trash. It's not hot garbage. All right. But it's so much less than it realistically should have been.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's my expectations more than it's being just trash. But and then also what the potential too.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're gonna wrap up, man. That's our spoiler discussion for Mortal Kombat. So we are going to move on to some other topics that we got for today. But yeah, we will get back to you on that Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
So we're gonna move on along. You want to hit that Invincible?
I was gonna do the pitch meeting, but I can't find the damn picture. Why you laugh?
The man himself.
I ain't got the damn picture. Tell you what. There we go.
All right. So moving on, we got it. So they dropped a pitch meeting. Did it do that again? It did it again. It doesn't like you swapping thumbnails, man. I don't know why. So we gonna move on.
Get a plate.
So they dropped a pitch meeting over on Screen Rant. They dropped a pitch meeting for The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. As you know, we here thoroughly enjoyed the series, and we thoroughly enjoy pitch meetings.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they got to say about this, because I want to hold on. Shit, I forgot to do something.